So right now I'm just taking my hair down. I washed it yesterday and I just put some leave-in conditioner in it and I braided it up. I don't normally do this. I just didn't want to finish doing my hair yesterday. So that was the easiest thing to do. It's still wet, so it's still kind of like I washed it. So you can do this on freshly washed hair. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I just didn't want to do it, but my hair is so thick that it's still wet anyway. So yeah, so we're gonna get started. So what you'll need is Flexi rods. You do not need this many Flexi rods. I just have a lot because I've been using them for years. So I've used them for every stage of growth that my hair was in. Also, you'll need some clips. It doesn't matter what kind of clips. I have like a bunch of different ones. I think I have like 6 sitting here because I have a lot of hair. I didn't grab the clips for any rhyme or reason. I just grabbed them because it doesn't really matter. Got me a wide tooth comb. That was to detangle my hair. I find when I do my Flexi rods that using a rat tail comb on the ends is a lot easier than trying to do it with a brush. So yeah, oh, you'll need some hair ties, maybe like 2 or 3. I have a lot of hair, so that's what we're gonna do. And a spray bottle. What I'm doing right now is making my part. It's not as straight. It's as straight as it's gonna get. But I just part my hair in the middle because that's how I like it. I like it to lay down sideways, mainly when I blow dry it. So we'll see. When I do wet hair, I part it in the middle because if I don't like how it looks when it's laying on the sides, it's easy to just kind of flop the other side over it. So figure out where you want your part and just make your part there. Like I said, this is my go-to. So I am going to section it off. Once you've been doing your hair for so long, you kind of have, like I said, a go-to. I part my hair pretty much the exact same way when I wash it, and I'm gonna style it just because it's the easiest for me. So the main thing is making sure when you part your hair into the sections that you secure it so that it isn't falling into the section that you're working on. And after I section the other parts of my hair, I'll take the section that I'm going to be working with and I'll split that into smaller sections as well, just so that I can effectively rod it. And then I am going to take my spray bottle just to kind of spritz the ends and spritz up the hair. I don't want it soaking wet. I just want it easier to detangle. And for this style, I used mousse and I also used a moisturizer. You don't want a heavy cream on your hair because it will weigh it down. I wanted this one to be a little fluffy and bouncy. Now, if you're anything like me, I am a little messy, so I always put a towel down before I start doing my hair just to make the cleanup a little easier. And so now I am going to use my fingers just to create the last split section before rolling. I am going to detangle my hair for the last time. It's a little easier once I put the mousse on, but you want to make sure your hair is as detangled as possible because you want it to be smooth when you rod it. If your hair is tangled when you roll it, it will be tangled when you take it down. So after I am done detangling my hair, I just use the brush and the comb because this section of my hair tends to be a little more coarse than the other sections. But after I am done detangling it, I take my Flexi rod and I place it behind my hair and I spiral it downwards on the rod. And I want to make sure the end of my hair is smooth before I put it on there as well. So I just use my comb to detangle it one last time and roll it around. And then I am going to take the top of the rod and hook it kind of like a fish hook over the top. So that just secures the rod in place and keeps it from moving. You want to make sure the rod is as close to your scalp as possible without hurting it. If your hair is hurting, and you'll know the kind of hurt I'm talking about, you need to unroll it and roll it again and loosen it up just a little bit towards the root. I'm just showing you guys again how I detangle it. Sometimes you get a little extra piece of hair in there. Just pull it out. You don't want that to get rolled. And if needed, you can always add some more mousse to the end of your hair. You do not want your ends to be dry when you rod it around. And your rod, you want it to be a spiral motion, and you want to hold your hair with a tight grip before you start rolling it around. You don't want it to be loose. You want it to be secure on the rod. Hopefully this is a better view, but as you can see, I'm taking the rod and I'm putting it behind my hair, and I'm just going to spiral around it while keeping a firm grip on my hair. And I'm also making sure not to overlap my hair on top of each other. I want to have a little space between them so that the hair can dry and so that my curls can have definition instead of just laying on top of one another. And also, you see I'm making sure that I twist the rod as close to my scalp as possible, and I am going to latch it over the top. The direction that you roll your hair definitely matters. I always roll my hair away from my face no matter what side I'm on, because if I was to roll it the opposite way, when I took the curls down, they would roll towards my face, if that makes any sense. To take my hair down off of the flexi rods, I just unhook the fish hooks that I created and I just unwind my hair off of the rod. As you're unwinding, try and touch the root of your hair and make sure that your rod set is completely dry before you take it down. If it's not, just roll it back up and latch your fish hook and then just sit under the dryer for a little bit more. I had already started unrolling mine and noticed that my hair wasn't dry all the way, but I didn't have time to sit under the dryer. So to start separating my hair, just put a little bit of oil on your fingertips, just a tiny bit, because you don't want your hair to be super oily, and just pull your hair apart where it naturally wants to separate. And if you pull your hair apart and one of the curls gets a little wonky, just twirl it back the way you twirled it over the rod. So you would take it and wrap it around your finger towards the back, if that makes any sense. I separated my hair about 3 to 4 times, depending on how big the section was, and just depending on how big I wanted my hair to look when I was done. I was only wearing this for about 2 days, so I wanted big hair on the first go around. For the ones that weren't dry all of the way, I only separated them maybe twice, just depending, because you don't want to manipulate them too much if they're not dry, because the more you play with them, the frizzier they're gonna get. But it's okay. So right now I am just picking my hair to make it a little fuller. So I take my hair and I like to pick it from the middle out. So I take my hair and I pick it at the roots, and then I might pick it in the middle of the hair, just to kind of not disturb too many of the curls. But like I said, I like fluffy hair and it's gonna be frizzy, so I don't mind. I wanted it big. So I take it from the root and take it from the middle, and that gives me the best results. And so, like I was saying earlier, my hair was not dry all the way, and I didn't like the placement of this part. So I just was playing around with my hair and trying to figure out a way to not make it look a hot mess. And this is my rant on what happened when my hair didn't dry all the way. As you could see in the front, it is a little frizzy, actually a lot frizzy in certain sections, like right here. But it's okay, it happens. I knew I wouldn't have enough time to sit under the dryer, so I'm just gonna take a couple bobby pins and pin it down just a little bit. The frizz happens, and that's one of the things I wanted to be able to share with you guys on my channel, is what to do when things don't go your way, your hair doesn't come out as you're expecting it to, because it happens to all of us. We all have bad hair days. We all have days where our hair just does its own thing. I don't want you guys to get discouraged and to lose any hope or just give up on your hair, because it's not just you, it's everyone. So thank you guys for coming, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave any comments or any questions that you have in the section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, add me on Instagram and social media. All of my tags will be included in the description box. Thank you.